Mark, nobody's going to buy a DVD of the first half for sure, but in the end you deserve to point out that game.
I think so. On the second half performance, we caused Lincoln more problems because we didn't cause them any problems whatsoever in the first half. It was a team I didn't recognise in the first half, and they scored a great goal from outside the box, and kind of it deflated us, and it showed on the pitch, and we didn't have any kind of attacking impetus going forward. A part of our game recently where it's been better, but in the first half we didn't see that, and I thought we played right into their hands in the first half. We didn't mix our game up, which you have to do at times. Even if you're a footballing team, you have to mix a game up. And we had words at half time. We had to have honest words at half time because it wasn't good enough, and we knew that. And I challenged them to come out in the second half and gain more territory in Lincoln's half, and they did. We always had up our sleeve that we could change a formation and adapt it, and we knew we were going to give it 5-10 minutes to do that. And we changed it, and I think looking at it all in all, coming away from Lincoln who've not been beat at home, they've not been beat by anybody here, so we know it's really, really tough, and to go 1-0 down and to get an equaliser is a point gained, I think. So yeah, I'd like to credit the players in the second half for their reaction. The substitutes who went on made a real impact, and they kept going till the end, and that's what we need. And that's why I went to the supporters at the end, just to say, listen, we need you. We need you. We know it wasn't good enough first half. We're not hiding from that fact, and we knew that. The players knew that. But I think what we showed in the second half, even though it wasn't vintage us, we showed enough to show that we can get results.
Is that the first time since you've been at MK Dons you've had to kind of lay into a little bit at the break?
Yeah, that's the first time. I mean, we've lost games where we've been better. We've played a lot better throughout games, and probably got sick of coming out and standing in front of you guys saying, listen, we played well and the positives and this and that. But we it wasn't the prettiest of games tonight. We had to be effective in the second half. We tried to play our game in the first half. We didn't have the correct tempo in how we were playing, and we weren't connected as a team. And we said that at half time, but second half we were. We had to kind of not compromise how we play, but we had to play differently and put them under pressure. And I think with the formation switch as well, we're getting two up top and kind of going a 4-2-4 and being more aggressive in wide areas. We created chances.
Mum had a great chance, didn't he? I think he felt it crossed the line, but it was cleared off the line. I mean, that could have made it a completely different night.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, we just didn't do that in the first half. They didn't have to defend us. I don't think we had a shot on goal. But second half, we asked questions, and if you ask questions of teams, then you sometimes you get the answer, and we got the answer later on with Paris. So all in all, it was a pleasing point off the back of a really, really disappointing first half.
You're pleased with the impact your substitutes made as well?
Definitely, and I said this is going to be it now until the end of the season. People are going to play the part. People are going to start games, and people are going to finish games. And that's how it needs to be. And I thought the subs made a real impact in the second half. Griggy, Nathan Holland, Brad coming on towards the end, and Dawson as well. And all credit to Dawson. He's been back home in Ireland for a family bereavement, and he only got back. So that's why he kind of came out of the team. But he went on and put a fantastic display and helped get us back into the game.
And just on Paris briefly, he's constantly trying to make something happen, isn't he? Sometimes he's crowded out by a couple of players or whatever, but he's constantly trying to make something happen for the side.
Yeah, we did, and he did that in the second half, and I think as a team we did that. We tried to make things happen, whereas we didn't in the first half. Kind of the connections with each other were off. Passes were astray, pass detail wasn't good enough. But second half it was much better, and that helped us, like I said, gain territory in their half. We opened the game up a bit with our tactical change, so it opened up a little bit and we had to weather a few chances, but probably looking at the stats, I don't think we had many shots on our goal, and I thought we defended well in those moments as well, and we looked more of a threat.
Could be a very, very valuable point, that, couldn't it?
Yes, I said that to the players and I said that to the fans when I went across, and just to echo what I've kind of said earlier in the interview is we need everybody. We need everybody during these moments. I lived it last year when I was at Leeds, and it went right to the wire, and this is going to be no different. We want to go out and win every game, and that's our next aim now. We'll take the point from here, and a difficult place to come, with a team who've not been beat. So we'll take the point, but then we'll be focused now on Saturday.